Krew Season Podcast. We are back again. This is episode 104.
Cien Cuatro.
Kenny T is in the building. OT is in the building.
What's up?
Smooth is in the building.
Y'all already know the Dean is in the motherfucking building, man. What's happening?
I'm D-Trill AC, and today we have a very, very special guest with us. Hailing from the CockTales podcast, the one and only Miss Kiki is in the building as well.
Hey, you guys. Not much. Just came to add a little estrogen to the mix.
I mean, it was such a variance, like as far as the voices. Yeah, Smooth in the building.
Can you put some bass in my voice when you put this together?
I got you. I have it.
Not at all.
I know it's kind of squeaky.
Matter of fact,
Make it a little bit higher.
Nah, put it a little lower.
Straight up, man.
Run the ads right when you get.
This shit started off right. But yeah, this is another episode of the Krew Season Podcast. This is only our second collaboration we've done.
Oh, really?
Definitely.
Huh.
Definitely. You're a very, very important person.
Oh, thank you.
We'll say that. Today, we have a very interesting document, but before we get into it, I want you to just give a little background on the CockTales podcast. First and foremost, salute to y'all. Y'all kicking ass out there.
Thank you. I am trying really hard. But we're a sex and dating podcast based in Atlanta. And we just talk about our personal experiences. So by no means are we experts. We don't try to take ourselves too serious because seriously, if you listen to the show, you would know both of our love lives are a total joke. And at one point, I just decided I gotta figure out how to make some money off of this pain because I'm tired of crying and being sad and not getting nothing out of it. Like at some point, you want to stop getting the short end of the stick. So now it's like if somebody hurts my feelings, it hurts, but then I got something to talk about. It's content.
Valid.
So yeah, we drop episodes every week. We are also currently in the middle of a mini tour. So we have 2 shows in July. Not sure when this comes out, but in New York and Philly. We'll be at Caroline's in New York, and then July 28th we'll be at Helium Comedy Club. Then we dropped a card game. We have another one coming out soon. We're working on it. And we just try to stay as busy as possible.
First off, let's give a round of applause to all that shit. Jesus Christ. They got a lot going on out there, man. I like it.
So we gotta get to it.
Straight up. So when did the idea to start a podcast come? Like, where did it come from?
It came from me. So I actually have a background in radio. And I still work in radio, but I just was not getting the opportunities that I felt like I deserved. I felt like doors were constantly being closed in my face. People didn't believe in me. They didn't see the value in me, but I did. So I was like, you know what? Why am I waiting for somebody else to give me a chance? I'm about to figure this out. I'd been pretty new to listening to podcasts. Maybe I'd listened for a year or two, and I was like, this is something I could do. And then I think somebody probably just hurt my feelings or broke up with me or something. And I was like, you know what? I'm about to talk about this on a podcast. I'm about to talk shit about that nigga, and let me find a friend to do it with. So it was kind of like Destiny's Child because I went through a lot of co-hosts. Shit just was not working out. And then my friend that I do the show with now, Medina, shout out to her, Medina Monroe. She was living in Dallas and she was on another podcast, but it wasn't working out and she was moving back to Atlanta. So I was like, can we talk about our whole shit together, please? And talk about, all the stuff we're going through. And she agreed. I thought she wasn't because she had a boyfriend, like a serious live-in boyfriend. I was like, girl, you sure you want me to tell your business?
Yeah.
I don't want you getting put out because you can't stay with me. So it all worked out. And here we are. And that was years ago.
She still with the dude?
Hell no.
Nah.
You didn't have to tell us at all.
Yeah, it worked out all right.
We already knew.
Somebody's in.
Our show worked out, but they're still friends.
Yeah.
So that should count for something.
They still
right?
friends?
Yeah, they're still friends.
So he still beat. Okay.
Oh my God.
No,
So he did get the good end of the stick.
He did.
She got somebody else now. I know she's not going back to him for that.
She beat 2 of them. All right.
Oh, y'all got it right. Jesus Christ. Shout out to Medina, man. I didn't have nothing to do with this.
I did not say that, girl.
I got nothing to do with this.
She ain't here to defend herself, and that's good.
Right.
You're right.
But yeah, man, I think you touched on something important in terms of the difficulty as far as finding partners. People don't realize, because of course everybody wants to start a podcast. A lot of people have. But again, finding the right chemistry is the hardest shit in the world. Like you have people that got social media followings. You thinking, they got 50,000, they got 100,000. We should be able to just link it, make it happen. It don't necessarily work like that. You know what I'm saying? So that was profound. But let's get to a more positive note. Like, what's been the dopest thing about this whole podcasting game since you entered it?
Honestly, this is gonna sound like, girl, get over yourself, but I really get excited when people say, I listen to the show, can I take a picture with you?
That's
Like,
dope.
it feels good. That's good. But then also just being able to create something, talk about something fun, make some money off of it, travel, meet different people, collaborate with different people, just the whole experience is great. I love it. But I don't know, what else I'd be doing if not this, because we talk about some really nasty stuff, so I can't like go backwards. Gotta make this work.
Valid. What's been the like?
The faces they're making.
It's like, whoa. Gotta go check this out.
Say nasty.
I want to get in there.
That's what they be wanting to ask. Someone can say nasty.
I do mean nasty.
Is the moon out now?
And the crazy thing is, I work at a radio station, right? And so the radio station also has a streaming channel that's on some of the smart TVs. And they put our show on that streaming channel. So my boss there, who owns the station, he's watching it. And he called me in his office one day, and he was like, Kiki, I think the show is funny, but you girls are so pretty to talk like that. And I was like, what you mean? You talking about the cussing or like the stuff we be doing? He was like, all of it. He was like, what if you wanted to do something else? I said, obviously I can't. That's why I need you to push the show on the streaming platform. What you mean? And we're just not going to talk about it. Okay?
See, I think
that's going to be sexual harassment or something. We talk about the things we talk about. Oh, yeah, it's bad. So... But it's fine. I hope you guys listen.
Yeah, I know it's been in that. That was one of the hardest things, I think, for us for sure. Like, I remember we first started, we was just posting our clips and stuff on Twitter. That was it. Because, ain't no old folks on there. People, mamas and aunties and shit is on Facebook. But we was kind of shying away from that because it's like, we uncut, raw, and filtered. You know what I'm saying? So whatever come out is going to come out. And that shit right there is probably the hardest transition to make, like getting comfortable with family members, older especially, hearing you talk in that manner. So, like, how did you massage that?
Well, I just tell them, okay, so my grandpa, he has asked me to put it on his phone. My grandpa is blind right now, so I just be like, I don't know what's wrong, Daddy. It's not working. I don't think you have it on your phone.
Vivid picture in his head, and he heard that.
Damn.
Just put the audio.
No. Well, the seeing part is the better part. It was like I wish he couldn't hear and he could just see me sitting at a table talking because he would have no idea.
Right.
And my grandma, he's a pastor too, by the way.
Oh, wow.
And,
oh, wow.
We're from a small town, and so I've heard that like people who go to the church, and they've even walked up to me, that is an uncomfortable thing. If I'm at church or anything churchy, don't walk up to me. That is the only time.
Right.
Because we were at his anniversary or something, and one of the girls comes up to me. She's like, Kiki, I've been listening to the podcast. I said, girl, we're going to get struck by lightning right in here. Don't even bring it up. So that's hard. My grandma, I just told her straight up, you can't listen. You're going to be offended. My mom actually came to a live show. I told her not to. She came anyway, and she was definitely listening. So we don't talk about it. And then my dad listened to an episode. That was really uncomfortable because I was trying to make it seem like it was just a live radio show. It's not live at all. But I don't think he listened to that much. He probably couldn't get through the beginning because I cuss a lot. And that's what he was offended by. I was like, that's what you were offended by? I know you didn't listen to much.
Yeah, probably. His ears probably would have started bleeding if he would have kept on listening.
Y'all know how I feel.
What?
Y'all know how I feel. You don't want to know.
This boy here, no filter at all.
It's hard.
I don't care nothing about
So
none of that.
I prefer they don't listen, or I'm like, if you do listen, because it is a good show, don't bring it up to me. Because we are not about to have family discussions about who I've been with and that thing I did. We're not doing that.
Valid. I think like a important lane of podcasting, right, is like purpose. Because I didn't realize, I was struggling to find my purpose forever. Like, I'm good at a lot of things, but nothing like passionate about anything except until we start doing this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say, like, what's the message that y'all trying to get across? Like, what's y'all purpose in this podcast?
The message is stop worrying about what everybody else thinks about what kind of relationship you should have, what kind of sex you should have. Do what makes you happy. As long as it's not violating another person.
Right.
And realize there's nothing wrong with speaking up. There's nothing wrong with maybe an unconventional situation if that's what works with you and your person or your people. I don't know. But yeah, we just want people to live their lives, because another reason that I wanted to start the show was there were certain friends when I would tell them about things I was going through or experiences that I had, I could feel the judgment. And I'll never forget, even early on doing the show, I had told a story about an experience I had, a sexual experience. And my friend called me and she was like, was that story true? I was like, yeah, girl, I told you about it like the night after it happened. And so she was like, I can't believe that's true. Like, why would you do that? And I was like, what do you mean, why would I do that? I said it in the show. You heard it. I wanted to try it.
Right.
And so she was just so judgmental, and she's giving me this whole spiel about I should be more conservative. And I was like, honestly, I'm not a conservative girl, and I really don't care about that.
Right.
It's true, and there's lots of other people, and I think that the sooner people are honest with themselves and stop trying to put on this fake front, the happier you'll be.
Yeah. Are y'all still friends?
No.
Hey, fuck you. What is she talking about?
Yeah, I couldn't be friends with her. She was also a pathological liar, so there's that.
Damn. Two negatives. But you know what? I'm actually interested in hearing the rest of the boys' answer on that. I don't think I ever asked y'all like what's y'all purpose? Like what message are y'all trying to get across?
I'm just trying to be the realest nigga to ever touch a microphone. That's it. And y'all can tell, everybody that listens to this can tell, like when I speak, I be trying to be the realest nigga, the funniest, realest way I can say it, so you can understand what I'm saying, but also get that laughter out of it. You get what I'm saying? So that's my role in this shit.
Ho?
I just wanted to create a space for men to understand you got men out here that think like you, act like you, move like you, and that it's okay to just voice, your opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's been so long to where we've been pretty much at the
Mercy.
at the mercy of women in a sense. Like you gotta protect them a certain way. You gotta as far as your delivery, it always gotta be a certain way. You can't say too many things. Like you gotta be cautious with it. Instead you just being you. You know what I'm saying? And for so long, so many men just kind of be in a shelter themselves and can't really express themselves how they want to because of that. So yeah, it's just shit. We here. Express yourself how you express yourself, and they're going to have to deal with it. That's just what it is. If you want to be the man of the house, you're going to have to put your foot down.
Right.
So, yeah.
Kenny?
You know my answer.
I know.
Just here so I don't get fired. No, I got no purpose. I just do it because y'all do it, honestly.
Yeah.
Sometimes I make good points, and sometimes I don't. And fuck it if I do, and fuck it if I don't.
But at the same time, though, I know you enjoy people because you done told me people hit you up for advice and things that you done said that like resonated with them. Like, tell me the importance of that to you.
I mean, honestly, everybody likes giving good advice to somebody or making a difference in somebody's life. It's not my initiative to do that, but whenever that comes up, I mean, I'll try to do my best to help them out in a certain way. Right. And hopefully it leads them in a positive direction and not a negative direction. But yeah, that's
valid, man. I think, mine is just keeping niggas from making the same mistakes that we made when we was younger. The irony is like a lot of people our age or younger, especially young dudes, didn't really have like guidance. You know what I'm saying? Like you met an OG in the hood or something, or he doing the wrong shit, or you got your parents who was like, moral police trying to keep, you know what I'm saying? So it's no place that you could go to just get raw, real, uncut honesty. And I think that's what we provide, like on a number of scenarios, whether it's dating, whether it's real life, whether it's your career, like whether it's how you deal with your family, all type of shit. And you're gonna see in a minute when we get to the advice column some of the questions and shit that they be asking. Like they like really lean on us for like helping them navigate. And it's all ages, like 17, 18, 54, 52.
Like real things in their lives?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
We have to skip those questions. I'm like, girl, we are fucking up.
See?
Do you want to know how to make your man do that thing? Like, write us about it.
But I mean, that's real. So I think, when we started this shit, that wasn't the purpose for me. Like I just enjoy kicking it with my niggas and just talking shit. You know what I'm saying? But when you got people writing into us, yeah, bro, what y'all said, on this pod, man, that shit saved my life, bro. Or it helped me get through this relationship, or helped me, go back to school. I'm, majoring in this now. I'm about to get a good job because of what y'all said. That shit right there is what, is where I find my purpose in. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's dope. But okay, let's get into, since this is a relationship podcast, people say we are in a relationship category on Apple, so we must discuss some relationship things. We're going to get in the quick hits. Okay, Kiki, this one's for you. As a woman, being a content creator, radio personality, all of the hats you wear. Like, how do you navigate in terms of like entertaining a long-term relationship, or is it even possible?
Yeah. It's so hard. I'm not in a long-term relationship, obviously. I'm very single. It's difficult because I think that the biggest thing is not that I'm a content creator, it's the type of content. And I think that a lot of the men I've met, they are afraid that they will become content. And I always say, don't do me wrong, you won't be content.
Right.
And they're just nervous. They really don't want to be a subject on the show, or if they're thirsty to be a subject on the show, then I don't want that neither.
Yeah, red flag.
And I think that they also like try to overanalyze everything that's said in the show. So if I remember something that happened 3 years ago, and I'm dating a guy right now, and I talk about it, I don't necessarily put a timestamp on it. Right. He's gonna feel like that just happened, and try and put in the piece from when I didn't answer the phone. And who wants to be doing that? This is not investigation discovery. You don't need to be investigating any of that. Don't worry about it. This show is for women anyway. I mean, you can listen, but it's like you're at the kids' table, not the grown folks' table.
Right.
So don't be talking about it. You can just eavesdrop, and that's it. So that it's hard. I haven't figured out how to do it. And then if I was in a relationship, it's like, what am I gonna talk about? Because I really don't want to. If I'm serious with someone, anyone I've really liked, I don't talk about them on the show.
Right.
Every now and then I might mention something like, oh, I'm dating this guy, I like him. I try not to go too much further than that because one, the girls love to investigate, right? And if I'm bragging about what you did to me on the show, now all these girls are gonna figure out who it is, and it's already hard enough.
In a sense,
I'm already competing,
you dating,
right? I just gotta. Maybe one day I'll pop up married, and they'll be like, "What the hell?"
That's how you gotta do it for real.
Yeah, I'll be like, "It's a raid."
Yeah, say nothing.
It's hard, and then I don't know. I haven't figured it out.
Yeah,
and I definitely don't want to talk about real serious things because the people feel like they know you for real, even though you only know what I decided to share with you.
Right.
And I don't really want your opinions on my relationship. I'll give you my opinion on your relationship when you write an email in.
Is it a lot of insecure men you're dealing with?
That I'm dealing with? No, but I meet them.
In the past at least.
Yeah, and I don't want them anyway. If they're insecure, I just can't handle that because I'm not the person that's going to do a really good job of constantly reassuring you. I know that that's something that a lot of men like or even require. It's not me, so let's not waste each other's time. I need you to be self-assured. I'm self-assured, and I need you to be that too. I can reassure you in other ways, but constantly telling you, don't worry about this, don't worry about that. I'm not doing that. That's irritating. You need to work out your issues with your mother.
That's dope.
She say, I'm not your slave, bitch.
But I think talking about your content, your personal life is actually kind of dope because they're already invested in you. So, I mean, you can give them bits and pieces, but you don't have to give them everything.
Yeah, and it's hard to figure out what to share.
Right.
Right.
What's too much, what's not. And I've tried it, and then sometimes it was fine, and then other times just other people overanalyzing that gets to me. I don't like it.
Gotcha.
So I get a little quiet sometimes. Or we just put it on Patreon because they pay, premium, so they get a little bit more.
First off, before we go further,
the point to where you say, fuck all of them. Say
that is
when
so
I want to say it.
Yeah, that's real though. That's real.
Because you got to realize you creating content, right? You got a lot of fans that want that from you. You get what I'm saying? And you got fans that pick up on your mannerisms and how you say things and all that. So they know of you halfway faking it.
On the cool? Yeah.
But then it's also like when I'm having a day where I talked about something, an experience that I had something on the show, and I listened to it back and I'm like, damn, I wish I wouldn't have said that. For whatever reason. Whether I know it was a horrible choice and I just wish I wouldn't have shared it. When other people come down on me about that same thing that I was already coming down on myself about, it's just intensified. So I'm not there yet. I'm still working on me. And it's just a constant thing. Like, we all have our things, and that one is one of mine.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
Why are you joking?
Accountability. We like that.
It's a beautiful thing, man.
I must got no accountability because I'm like, fuck it. What I said.
No accountability and knowing that that's something I got to work on.
Right.
Because I do want to be like that. Yeah. Like, I don't even care. It doesn't faze me. Exactly. But I ain't there yet.
My show is my show. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's definitely one of the That's hard, man. Especially like when you going through stuff in real life, like you in a relationship with something, y'all might have just got into an argument that you got a pod. So it's gonna be hard to kind of like not reference that, especially in a relationship podcast. And some of these topics is kind of polarizing. You be done fucked around, slipped up, and said something, said something you weren't supposed to say. So yeah, I mean, I definitely get that. Fellas, how's it for y'all navigating? So y'all are content creators, getting recognized in public, taking pictures, kissing babies, signing autographs and shit. Has that changed?
Smooth taking pictures.
I'm taking pictures, baby. I'm kissing baby. Mwah. Get out of the way, Get out of the way. It don't bother me. Yeah, none of that bother me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because in my mind, half the niggas ain't tough enough to you know what I'm saying, to make me feel a certain way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times it just happened with my wife, so I'm already on high alert anyway. You get what I'm saying? So, and when I'm out like that, odds is my wife gonna see you first, because I'm so busy watching my wife and my son. You know what I'm saying? But my wife be peeping the shit. She be like, look, hey, that person staring at you, they know you. And then they'll walk up on me. You know what I'm saying? So I never really, in a sense, I never really recognize them until my wife tell me something. You know what I'm saying? And every time she's been right. Every time. So.
Oh, how you juggling relationship life with content creation?
It is what it is. I mean, before we even started talking, like, she knew, like, this was my baby. I said that from day one. The pod is the pod. Yeah, I'm gonna schedule everything around the pod. So if you can understand that and be cool with that, then we'll be good. Because there's gonna be times where I'm spending 6, 7, 8 hours with y'all. It's gonna be times where we just spending 2. So if you cool with that and understand that, you know, we may have to go out of town sometimes and it just might pop up. It could be a Wednesday and, hey, we're going to have to fly out Saturday. Are you cool with that? You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, she was very understandable. She watched the pod. She always give me feedback. You know what I'm saying? She be wanting to watch it live with me. So, you know, it's dope. So, you know, but in the past, I had people that, you know, didn't like the pod. Who didn't care for the content. So automatically I knew this wasn't going to be too long because this is what I'm doing. Right. Whether you here or not, this is going. This train is moving, baby, like Smooth said. So, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping chuckling. So if you can't understand that, then you're not for me. So, yeah, I mean, but other than that, it's easy. You know, when we out, you know, people see me here and there, I say, what's up? I wear the merch on purpose because if they don't recognize me, they going to ask what it's about or whatever. So right. I'm always Krew season head to toe everywhere I go.
Kenny T, when you juggling your 7 women, like, is it ever?
Damn, where'd I get the 7?
Is it 6? Sorry, 6. My bad. I forgot.
Let go one. One didn't make the cut.
She didn't make the cut. He had to let one go.
Why I gotta let go? I thought I had 12.
Y'all driving me short, you hear me?
All I'm saying is that
jokes.
No jokes.
Can't handle 6 and 12 women at one time.
So
you got 14.
So again, you are in this content creation space. You know, 5, 6 women, a lot to handle on its own. But when you add content creation in it, like, has it created any hurdles in terms of, you know what I'm saying, dating for you?
No, because I'm not dating with any intention. So, I mean, they really don't have a chance to really. That's the truth.
That's the truth.
I say it on the podcast all the time too, if they listen. But you know, if any woman comes to me, I heard you on the podcast. You know, we on a date. And she start talking about the podcast. I'm gonna be like, all right. Just put you at the bottom of the list because I'm not trying to hear all
fucking the sucker as you walk it.
Jesus Christ.
Ask me what you want. Ask me what you want to know about me, and I'll tell you what I want and what my intentions are. And they are always the same as of now, as of this year.
It's what? It's what?
I'm dating to have fun.
It's media training. That's media training right there. That boy good.
Fun. We're going out. We having fun.
Girlfriend is just not in the plans.
If we don't.
Yeah, but how do they usually respond to that honesty?
Most of them are honest. They be like, well, you know, I might not agree with it. Some say I don't agree with it, and they'll move on. But they'll still be like, I appreciate your honesty.
And then you'll still be.
And then and then later on down the road, it'll be that same girl come back, and she knew my intentions, and she's like, hey.
So the shit wasn't working out.
Right. What's up?
Gotta call him back.
Well, according to my Palm Pilot.
We're not doing that. Hell no.
Fit you in on my schedule.
But
No, I don't be fucking like that. Yeah, I just be, go on dates. Don't be doing all
say
that.
these
No one
is
believes
just
that.
jokes.
No, because you did say
Just
I
jokes.
believe that.
Kenny is responsible.
I'm
He
serious.
did say he go to the clinic. You know what I'm saying? So
I do that, but I don't be fucking like that. Honestly, I like to go out and eat a lot. I like to do that, and if we vibing, then it might lead to sex. But
It's not like I ain't setting out to
I'm
just.
not setting out to. If we have sex, it's because you want to have sex. It's not me going like, hey, you
Kenny
go
say,
give
I
a
ain't
job.
pressing
Go
the
back to the
goddamn
room.
thing. You see the car?
No, man. Especially if I'm tired. Hey, I'm eating them drunk. No, I'm going home. Sorry. We gotta go our separate ways.
That would hurt my feelings.
Damn.
But see, again, that transitioned me right into the next one. Do women really value the honesty that they ask for?
No, the honesty isn't the problem. If we went out to eat and I thought I was gonna have sex with you, but you were tired and you like, oh, I'm going home, I'd be like, oh my god, did my breath stink? What was the problem? The fuck?
Damn.
I thought we were both on the same page. I already agreed to your terms and conditions. Like,
Your terms and conditions.
sometimes a nigga just tired. It ain't nothing to do with
you
you.
should have had some coffee before you came. Espresso martini, not
Nigga
tequila.
say, I just wanted to see you.
Especially if I'm tired,
That's what
and then you get to the
Instagram is
bedroom, I'm
for.
tired, and I give you bad sex.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? I give you bad sex. Now I'm on your podcast.
Oh,
We talking.
yeah.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Right.
That's a
Ain't a
fact.
bad BDR. No man want that. I'd rather go to sleep and
I
take a
gotta
bad
perform
BDR.
for the team when I go out. You gotta know.
I gotta be in tip top shape. But yeah, in terms of me, man, content creation definitely created a hurdle because me and my old lady been together forever. So we was together before this, and then all of a sudden I'm introducing something that's consuming a lot of my time. You know what I'm saying? And just collaborating in general. Like it's it's kind of a wake up call, for your partner to all of a sudden have to go shoot a podcast with women until midnight or something like that. You know what I'm saying? When y'all just had a regular relationship going on, that's hurdles. It's
That
conversations that
happened
gotta
to
be had.
one of my first co-hosts. Yeah, he was lying to his wife about
See.
who he was when she saw a picture on Facebook. So he never got to come back to the podcast.
See?
Damn.
Because again,
Stop lying.
yeah, but I mean that's a hard conversation to have because just why I asked the question earlier in terms of do women really value the honesty they ask for? They'll say, yeah, just be honest with me, right? But if you sit down and you tell her, hey, I got to record a podcast tomorrow. It's gonna be 8 women there, but I'm there to record and I'm coming on to the crib. That ain't gonna just be a smooth conversation. Okay, I understand. What time you said? Okay, cool. Just go ahead, come on back home. That conversation don't necessarily go like that. You got to give background reports on the women and how have you known any. Yeah, have you had sex with them? It's like, baby, it's not gonna be that. But again, those are hurdles that you gotta,
I might have had one or two.
Now I gotta start lying.
Show canceled. It's canceled.
That's so sad.
I do think we appreciate the honesty. We just don't always like what the honest truth is. But we do appreciate that you are being honest. Save me some time during investigation hours when you're not answering the phone. You know what I mean?
Valid. So how do we navigate that as men, right? Because I don't know if y'all know this or not, but we actually want to please y'all. We actually want to make y'all happy. We don't really like getting cold shoulders and, getting, no sex and shit like that. How do we navigate that to do it the right way?
I think you really have to talk to whoever it is that you're trying to please, because none of us are the same. Some women don't want as much honesty as I want, and then some women want more. We were talking about it on the show the other day, and my co-host Medina was saying that she's dating multiple people right now, and so one day she was out with one person and the other one was calling her, and so later she told the other person exactly what she was doing. I was like, oh no girl, I don't do that. I just be like, I was busy. Why are we giving all these details? I don't want a bunch of details. If I'm dating somebody and it's not exclusive and you were busy, I'm like, oh, were you okay? I didn't hear from you all day yesterday, and this is somebody I usually talk to. Oh yeah, I was busy. As long as you're not dead, it's fine. And I know what I was busy means if you don't give me the details. I don't want to hear about your date. I don't want to hear about you having sex with somebody else. I don't want to hear about none of that at all. And if I do, it's like, are you trying to hurt me? But somebody else wants to know that. So I think you just really have to talk to whoever you're in a relationship with and stop trying to group all the women together because we're just so different.
Right.
Some people skip talking and don't really have many conversations to actually get to know a person. So maybe start there.
because a lot of women, you can't just say I was busy. Because when you say they was busy, they gonna say busy doing what?
Yeah.
No, they wasting followers.
I had 2 dates yesterday. Now what?
I would want to know about the sex part.
I went to a restaurant.
You would want to know about the sex?
I would want to know.
They gonna say with who?
You want to know?
Because if you fucking somebody else, okay, now we really need to get on the subject of are you getting tested? And this person, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to keep on fucking you.
I want to lead with that part. Though. Are you getting tested?
Yeah, but if you went on a date and say, okay, cool, and you had sex, okay. If you want a date, cool, whatever. But if you want to fuck somebody else, hey, you need to get tested before we fuck again. Because I don't know who he been with.
Yeah,
that's a fact. Now you know boys be out here reckless.
Yeah, niggas use the woman they with as the clinic to know whether or not they caught something.
That's a fact.
I really wish y'all would stop doing that.
Tell me I had nothing.
Yeah, Keisha ain't say nothing. I thought I was clean. Nah, fam, it don't work like that.
It does not. Absolutely does not.
But yeah, so I mean, you know, again, this shit is, you know, it's difficult to navigate sometimes. But you're right in terms of communication. I think, you know, men got to get over the idea of like disappointing our woman and just go ahead and just rip the Band-Aid off. Say, hey, this is what it's gonna be. Just like O said earlier, this is what it's gonna be. Of course, she's gonna get mad. She's might catch an attitude, might get a cold shoulder, whatever the case may be. But if you keep that consistent, eventually she's gonna get in line. If she knows how passionate you are, how much that shit means to you, if she loves you at all, then she gonna allow it. You know what I'm saying? Or she uncomfortable with it and she gonna walk. But either way, it ain't no, you know, miscommunication and shit going on. So
it'll be coming to
argue all the time.
Right.
So she gonna walk and then she gonna see how the streets is. Then she gonna come right back.
Right.
When she invested, it come to a time where she started giving you ideas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Damn. So and again with this, I think, you know, making your partner feel appreciated, I think is key. Because if you kind of neglecting the crib and then going out and doing these things, then I can understand why. You know what I'm saying? She's so uncomfortable. So I kind of want to get into that a bit. Like, in terms of you, Kiki, like, what does, you know, man showing you appreciation look like?
Spending time with me is the most important. I don't need all of your time. And actually, if you have too much time, it's a problem. Because it's like, what the fuck you do all day? I've been working. Why you not working? But I do like knowing that no matter how busy you may be, that you find time to spend with me. And just showing an interest in the things that I'm interested in or whatever I have going on in my life. I have been on a couple of dates with some guys where it's like, everything is about you. I don't even care about your dusty job.
Right.
This is boring. You're not making me laugh. You're just telling me about your coworkers. I don't care about none of them. And why do I know that? It's not even good drama.
Right.
I don't mind listening to a little tea, but it's not even good. I don't care if somebody's always like, I don't care about none of that.
Right.
So yeah, spending time with me and then showing a real interest in whatever it is that I may like or have going on in my life. Except the podcast, you don't need to listen to that.
Right. Fellas, what does appreciation look like to y'all? Because again, I think with our last pod and a couple of these clips went up, I think women are very confused as to what like a man deems.
Cause y'all don't act like y'all like nothing.
Right.
Sneakers and sports.
So
That's a typical guy right there, you know what I'm saying?
I think you got to find his hobby, like his one thing that he just enjoys doing, where he gets his time away from himself and his peace at. Like for me, it's fishing.
Right.
If you know that I like fishing, and you give me like a fishing rod or something, a lure or something, that's like that means the world to me. So, like just finding his hobby, his one main thing that helps him get away from all the drama and just relax.
Yeah, me is this podcast for sure. Messing with my dogs and playing the game. When I got time to play the game, most of the time I'm messing with my dogs these days.
So how's she gonna show you appreciation with that? Walk the dog?
Baby just bought me a dog that cost some
Oh,
bread.
bought you a dog. Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, the dogs I got, they ain't cheap.
What kind of dog you got?
I got bullies.
Oh.
Oh,
showing appreciation.
yeah. What does appreciation from your woman look like?
I mean, similar to what a lot of fellas said, just showing interest in things that, like you always say, showing things that don't benefit you. It's just, you know what I'm saying, if you know I like some certain shoes and there's a collection I'm trying to get and you helping me with that, or, you know, if it's rims on a car. I mean, whatever I'm interested in, you are helping me with my interests.
Yeah.
You know, if it's basketball games, you know I like Braun. You buy me tickets to a Lakers game. Like,
Right.
you there. Like, you got me for the rest of the year. Whatever you want, now you got me. You know, it's
Gotcha.
just small things like that. Like, if you really pay attention to me and know what I like and you just help me in my happiness, you assist me in that area, then yeah, you can get whatever you want after that. But a lot of times that doesn't happen. Because women don't care.
Your woman
how
know
a
your
man
muscle
feels.
T size and your draw size. That's it.
That's it.
Talk about it for myself.
Like my dog say, got him a belt.
Damn. Ethical boxers. For me, I think, just enabling a man toward his purpose in any way, whatever that is. Like whatever, just like these guys speaking about what their passions are. If you enabling him to do that, creating time for him to do that. I think a lot of women are very, very selfish. But I also don't feel like it's their fault per se. I think that's how a lot of them are raised to be. And then they get with a man and, they kind of got to figure out how to be his partner, figure out how to fit into this space and kind of like benefit him. Because women are raised to demand things. Like, this is what I need a man to bring to the table, X, Y, Z. If he don't bring that, we ain't got no goddamn chance. But I think, those great ones take the time to kind of learn their man, learn what their purpose, passions are, and kind of enable him to do so. Just like Kenny saying, he like fishing. So you buy him a fishing pole. Smooth like podcasting. So, you buy him a microphone or do a little research in terms of marketing, the way you can push it. Old same way. So it's like, it takes unselfishness to kind of like learn that person. Again, learn something about them that you don't directly benefit from and enable them to do so. And I think that's how you show appreciation to a man. Because men are not complicated, bro. Like, we very, very simple. And we don't ask for much. You know what I'm saying? So if you can do that bare minimum, that nigga will run through a brick wall for you.
And fuck the dog shit out of me.
That too.
That's
a fact. Definitely.
The rip.
I need some random head.
From the ceiling.
Without me having to ask.
Right. Right. It's the difference. We don't want just nigga head. That ain't what we want.
I need you putting in the work tonight.
Right.
I need that question. You took a shower?
That's real.
What time it is? Yeah. What time it is?
And again, I don't think women realize like how excited that like makes a nigga, right? Because you already know.
Hey, you know what that question leads to. You took a shower?
I did.
I'm about to right now.
Right now. I was just thinking of that.
3 minutes. I'm in and out this motherfucker, I swear. But yeah, so again, just enabling that man to his purpose. For all the women listening, that always be asking, "Oh, how do I show men act like they don't want nothing?" That mean you got to pay a little more attention than you paying. Mm-hmm. If you did, then the answers wouldn't be that hard to decipher. I be seeing chicks on Twitter, "Hey man, my man birthday coming up. What's some nice gifts for a man?"
Damn.
Like, what the
Not
fuck?
your man.
Right. What the fuck are you talking about?
Look through the clouds.
You should say, I know what I like. You can send it to this ass.
So yeah.
In fact, buy this, and if you don't like it, just sit it over here.
You know what they say?
The game room. Look through the game room. God damn.
I'm going to just give him some ass. How about that?
Damn.
Same ass he done got all year.
I've been back here all night.
I say, man, y'all gotta, y'all gotta put a little more effort into this shit. But on that note, man, we're gonna get into the advice column. All right, first one is from Janae, Patreon member. It's gonna be interesting, Kiki. I don't think we ever had nobody that help us answer the Patreon question. It's gonna be interesting.
That's a good question I can actually help with.
Yeah. All right, first one. Hey, thanks for answering my previous question. I know someone mentioned about having more context. I tried to keep it short to avoid y'all having to read a whole book like a lot of other people write in. But a little backstory. We understand each other's love languages. It's just that because his love language is more physical touch and words of affirmation, and I'm more of a gift giver, and I like romantic gestures. So for a while, we struggled on and off with that. But in the past month, we have got so much better after we had a long talk about it. Communication is key. Now we're engaged, so all is good. Wouldn't change it for the world. Damn, I keep hitting the wrong button. I'm trying to send. Oh, damn, she didn't even ask a question. So she basically just saying.
Give him a little update.
Yeah, just give him a little update, which I'm happy to hear that.
What kind of setup was that? Did you even read over the thing?
I don't. You know, I never read these.
Yeah, you know we never read them.
We just go down the line, but we gonna keep it pushing. Shout out to Janae, honey, Patreon member. Oh, see, this ain't even a question either. She trying to. They just showing love today. Nobody got no question. Okay, here we go. Alexis, Patreon member. Jesus Christ. Okay, she says, hey, Krew, I feel like I'm digging myself into a hole and I'm not sure how to get out. I recently just moved to South Carolina. My first night going out, I met this cool group of guys.
Keep it going.
Hold on. This shit's starting off bad already.
You had to mention the whole group?
Damn.
How many of them was it? 5, 10? What?
All right, so I met this cool group of guys, and we've been kicking it hard ever since. One of the guys took a liking to me, and we have been talking every day since. I told dude that I was not interested in getting into a relationship, but he is definitely courting me. I feel like what I said kind of went in one ear and out of the other. I also don't think I'm helping convey that at all because we just went on our first date.
Yes, you're not.
Am I stringing this man along?
Yes.
I feel like I made my intentions clear, but my actions are not aligning with my words.
That makes it unclear. Girl, you're not helping us at all.
I also feel that if he wants to spend his time, energy, and money on me, knowing where I stand, that's a him issue. I like him, so I don't want the situation to end on a bad note. What should I do? Much love always. Extra content. Lived here for 3 weeks. Met him 2 weeks ago. Dude is already rubbing my feet, paying for all my meals, and calling me baby.
I mean, how many meals did you have? It's only been 3 weeks.
She said she liked to eat. But anyway. Damn. She been there 3 weeks, 2 weeks. He been courting her. She liked the team. That's what she said. I'm going with that.
She liked the team.
Damn. She said they were a cool group of guys. She didn't necessarily say she liked them.
She said she didn't want a relationship. She told the dude, but she let him court her like she wants a relationship.
Right.
He clearly asked her out for a date, and she.
Hey, you at the sleeve,
yes.
so hey, he a lollipop. He deserved to be licked. Get all what you can out of him, all that bread, all that. Hey, what your rent is? Cause shit high these days. You just moved there, it might be $2,000. If he ain't paying no rent, get him up out of there, man. Hey,
Wow.
that's how I'm pushing today. You hear me? They got the dean today. Yeah, they got the dean today.
I would say I agree, but you know how niggas crazy these days.
Fuck.
They be too entitled. He didn't pay for all these dates.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You just moved there.
So
you
you ain't-
probably don't know nobody.
So you saying
It's been 3 weeks and you ain't gave me no ass?
She owe the ass? That's what you
she needs
saying?
to stop going
That's
out
how he
with
gonna feel.
I don't care how he feels. Use the suck. I told
No,
you the
man.
intentions from the start.
That's
That
because
ain't
you're
got
a
nothing to
big
do with
guy.
it.
But honestly,
Hey.
as a woman, when you're out with a guy and then he starts giving you that feeling that, oh, now I owe you something and I don't want to give it, that's scary. And he probably would be like that because he's doing a lot. And I think you shouldn't go out with him. Maybe you could try his method and ask get your rent paid. The worst that can happen is he says no, which he already hasn't paid it. And then after that, you really need to create some distance. I think she's probably attracted to somebody else in the friend group. That's why she said that at first, just to leave that door open. But
She ain't
it's not.
lying.
I don't really think it's gonna work out like that, girl. So, are you sure you don't like him? Is he ugly? What's wrong with him?
Obviously,
She
she
said
said
like-
she want to be. Well, she has been seen with him in public.
She said she like him.
That doesn't mean anything. I'll
She
go
just
out
don't
with
wanna
somebody I'm
date
not
him.
attracted to.
Damn, you use that bread too. She at the sleeves, boy.
We're food friends. We both like.
Damn,
Did
he
we tell y'all
fool,
about
man.
that?
We said that before,
But I
dog.
like to let them know.
Ricky
You
Food.
tell him you have
They
his
don't
name?
care. No, sometimes guys, I think that they think that they're wearing you down. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So he might have that idea, like, yeah, she said no for whatever reason, but I'm just gonna keep showing.
Stall about Debo.
I don't know. I just hope he's not a crazy person. If he's not crazy, and you know that, which
That's
you
what I'm
don't,
saying. I hope
you
not.
could keep going.
I don't care if he crazy. Hey, go get you a pistol or something. You out there by yourself anyway, maybe. If you got your own apartment, you in your own apartment anyway, so you
He
need your
shouldn't
own
be
pistol.
coming to the house.
Yeah, don't invite him over. Don't let him even come in to pee.
Obviously, he been over there before. We just keeping it a bean.
That's a fact.
He been over there. He picked up from the crib.
Inside, you
In the
think?
crib.
Definitely.
You think he'd have been at the crib?
Definitely.
She done ate that many times. He probably done got that ass.
She said,
No.
wait.
She said rubbing feet.
There we go.
That's very true.
But that could be
so
at his house.
he at the crib.
It
Or
could be
her.
his house.
He ain't got no house.
That's still too much. That's still
Where's
too
his
much.
home?
That's
Why
still
you
too
got no
much.
house?
Got roommates with a few of his partners. It was a crew up.
That's still too much.
That shit is insane. But I mean, I think Kiki touched on something in terms of like she may like the other men in the group. How do y'all navigate that? Y'all run into a group, you like one of them. That ain't the nigga that approach you. How do you navigate that?
You just be mad. Like,
Damn.
and it's like I'm always gonna give the one that's trying to talk to me the coldest shoulder, and unfortunately, I might even have to be a little bit mean. Sometimes that doesn't work, and they like it, and I'm like, God damn, how can I get you away from me? I don't like you. I like your friend. And he's not even looking over here. I got to come up with a new plan. It just really sucks because it's not a whole lot you can do, especially if they're super close.
Right. I got a question for you, though.
What?
All right, when you see the group of men that and you see the man that you like, why you just don't approach him before they get a chance to say, all right, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna go take my walk. And that's
because
not the
I get
one you
all
want.
shy.
That's where you're losing at.
I know, right? I got to work
point.
on that, but yeah.
You just got to walk over there and just
And
drag
say
it
what?
on him. What's up? Just say what's up.
But see, the thing is, y'all say y'all want men that are persistent. So the men, when you reject them, he like, okay, yeah, she might reject me now, but if I just come back and bring a different game to her, she might accept it this time. And then now you accept, not you, but now you accept the date. So now that open the door for him thinking that he got a chance. And y'all keep texting, whatever. So he think eventually I'm gonna get that ass.
That late night when she lonely.
And he might. But I usually say I want somebody who's consistent, not persistent, because, there's no... The only reason I would say I wanted someone to be persistent is if I tried to curve him maybe too early or if we're too minor of an offense and I want him to call me back or something like that. Now it's really more about consistency.
But how would he know that?
How
You know
would
what I'm saying? Like, 'cause
I
he-
need him to be consistent?
Yeah, because
Who wants somebody to be inconsistent?
But some guys be in the friend zone. Somebody's be in the gray area. They may be in the
Okay.
friend zone / I could have some potential with you, but they just don't know because you're not showing them signs.
Oh, I be flirting. If it's already a friend and I already know you, the shyness can go away.
Okay.
Okay, so you saying a
that's
man
not a problem.
can graduate from the friend zone for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh wow. Okay.
That has happened to me maybe I don't want to say when. I forgot.
Uh-oh.
That's up to
I'll say, yeah,
You gotta relax.
We thought we was gonna get it. Yeah, we thought we was gonna get it.
Almost got it.
Back down memory lane here in a second.
What are the percentages of a man graduating from the friend zone?
It's very rare. So it's happened twice. The first time it happened, that guy had been my friend, and we're still friends, both of these people I'm talking about. But he had been my friend for many, many moons. Honestly, he caught me on a day when I was sad. I had just ended things with this other guy, vulnerable moment.
Opportunist.
And yeah, the opportunity was there, and I had sex with him, and I kept doing it. So he got lucky.
Okay.
And then the other guy, I had been friends with him for many years too. The only thing was, I thought that he wasn't into me like that. And he thought the same thing. Because we had asked each other's friends about the other,
Okay.
and they all said, no,
Okay.
don't do it. Now, I think they had another reason to say, no, don't do it, but it wasn't that there wasn't interest there.
So they was hating.
No, I think they were probably trying to be protective.
Yeah. They were too much of the same. So
And
they
it's-
tried to keep them separate.
Yeah, and the friends are too close.
Right.
So nobody wants anything to be awkward. But it's fine.
And it still ain't work.
I didn't say that.
Ooh.
No, that's not what I said.
Ooh.
Damn.
And we gonna leave it right there.
Well. On to the next one. But yeah, no. To answer that question real quick, hell no, man. Let that go. Because when you enable people to, your time and your energy, expectations come with that. So you can't get mad at those expectations if you are enabling it knowingly that you don't want no parts of this shit. Y'all get on us for doing the same thing. In terms of acting like a boyfriend. Why you just didn't tell me? Well, baby, I text you at 4 a.m. every night. You didn't get the picture? But again, we don't get a pass for that. It's you should have told her. You should have cut it off. You should have been the bigger person in the relationship for her.
You gotta say it more than once.
Bingo.
Sorry.
Reiteration. So
But before you
that's what
leave, get some money.
Yeah, please.
yeah. Well, I mean, shit, she's not even. Get some more money.
You can't get nobody else in the group because they too tight. See what that thing doing.
Oh my God.
That's what you do.
Don't listen to Smoke.
All
She
right.
had she had the bean off, but she didn't.
This guy here. All right. Next one. I'ma do Patreon member.
Don't get pregnant, goddamn.
All right. All right, he say, what's up, Crew Season? I want to thank y'all for reading my letter regarding moving on from people that did you wrong. Y'all advice was really hitting and helped me to basically put into perspective not to take shit from anybody, including your loved ones. Smooth, I know you said you didn't think I would like your answer, but I thank you anyway because you said what was real. People often do use their anger and frustrations as fuel for their success, and maybe I should look into that. But anyways, enough about my personal situation. I actually wanted to write you guys because I had a general question in mind. that I think is very prevalent to the world regarding relationships. And I want to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions on this. Number one, is it possible to remain friends with your ex after you guys break up? And if you break up with your ex, does that mean you break up with their friends too? For instance, if you were friends with their friends, would you still communicate with them after you and your ex break up, or should they go too? How do y'all feel about that? What is your take on this? P.S. I love to meet y'all in person one day. I stay in Chicago, but I can come to Houston anytime you guys have like a public event or social gathering of sorts. Y'all seem like cool, down-to-earth people. Much love to y'all. Appreciate you, gang.
Appreciate that.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, with the ex, everything must go. Everything, moms, friends, dad. Hey, get out of here.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Now if you can get the ass one more time, then.
I feel like that's the only reason people do remain friends with their exes, because they still want to fuck them.
Hey.
Or you want that person back, so you do want to run into the friends and be nice to the friends, still friendly, but just nice enough where they might be like, well, whatever happened with Kiki? I saw her the other day. Or you just hoping, you hope that the mom is like, I don't like this new girl, what happened to Kiki? You just hope that somebody brings you up. But you really shouldn't do that unless you want to go back. If you still plan on, fucking around, stay friends. And if you plan on cheating, because the next relationship you end up in, that person isn't going to like it, and they're probably going to assume that you're cheating with this person. So unless you actually plan to do it, I wouldn't suggest you do that. Because I would definitely think, if my boyfriend was still friends with his ex, y'all are fucking, and you think I'm stupid.
But what if they grew up together?
Are you not grown yet? Let that shit go. Are you still growing up? Why are we holding on to that phase?
That's the homie.
Chapter.
That's the homie.
No, it's not.
It ain't just.
Do we all hang out together?
I mean, some people being together since they was in elementary. They just got together later on in life. Count. But I'm saying, yes, it does count, because if we 30, let's just use an example. We 30. I've been on this person since they was 7, 8 years old. I got 20 plus years of a relationship with this person. Maybe I had 2 or 3 years as an actual relationship with this person. You know what I'm saying? That's a little different.
So why did y'all break up? That's what I would want to know.
I mean, you just ended up finding out who that person really was when they was in a relationship, so it just didn't work out. But that's still your friend, because y'all knew each other.
Might work, but I don't know.
I'm just asking.
I don't want my boyfriend to still be friends with his exes, and I'm not friends with my exes. Once it's really over and I stop letting that back door stay open, no, you're blocked. I don't want to talk to you. And I will act like I do not know you.
Damn, blocked?
Yes, don't call my phone, because I don't want you thinking about me at the wrong hour when I'm with somebody else and we see that pop up on my phone.
But what they got to do with you? They just
don't
randomly
want it to
text.
be an issue. Yeah, but like, what did they text? Now it's like, why is he texting you? Sometimes guys aren't just going to think that.
He texts the eyes, or I want that ass.
That's especially a problem. And don't look at the phone the wrong way, then it opens up. It's just like,
I don't know what all that's all.
That boy on bullshit. I don't know what he's talking about. But that shit out. I don't care nothing about none of that.
That nigga text the eyes and she with a date.
Yeah, I don't.
Try to start some shit. So you gotta be blocked, because I don't need you doing that.
Yeah, I done tried it one time. In terms of like that friendship shit out this over with, and it always leads to sex.
Yeah,
so it's just like.
So if that's not all you want, you can cut it off.
Yeah, I agree, Kenny. After you done,
no enough for me. No enough.
After you done broke the girl heart, like, is it like, do you go back and?
Wait, hold on. Why did I break her heart?
You know why?
How did I? My fault.
After you done broke her heart, like, is it just all right? Let me cut all this shit off, or can y'all still be cool afterwards?
You say ex, you talking about boyfriend, girlfriend?
Right.
Actual boyfriend, girlfriend. Yeah.
I only had 2 of those, so and I'm only cool with one of them. And when I say cool, we only follow each other on Instagram. But we don't communicate at all, nothing like that. We've been following each other. I don't block people. I don't do all that bullshit. So other than that, no, I don't. That exit shit, no, that just creates drama. Like Kiki said, there's some petty people out there that ain't getting what they want after the relationship, so they try to mess up what you got going for you later on down the road.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you try to edit that out.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, I agree, man. That shit
It's
over.
like I don't like you having guy friends. I'm not with that shit.
Well, wait a minute, why?
Oh, here we go.
None. You ain't got no guy friends.
Not one.
Why?
No, because just like you just said, I didn't have friends for so odd years, and all of a sudden we didn't got in an argument, and he didn't call you late at night out of nowhere. while you was at a vulnerable state, in a vulnerable state,
in your vulnerable state,
and all of a sudden now you over there bent over here and your gut's giving you dick. Nah, I can't do that. And then the fact that he's probably already been in there, so every time I look at him, be like, oh yeah, I didn't.
But I'm talking about regular friends, regular guy friends.
That ain't nothing.
Have you had sex with all of your female friends?
I don't have female friends. I have acquaintances.
Either I beat
people I know.
or I didn't.
We don't have conversations like, oh hey, how's your day going with this person? No, I don't want to know about no other dudes. I don't want it. No, we ain't doing that.
Wow.
I agree, man. I don't buy into that shit because again, I've tried it and it always goes left. So it's like, why would I just keep putting myself in a situation where I know the percentage of this shit being successful is low? So I'd rather just keep my distance. I agree with Kenny. It's acquaintances. I don't have female friends.
If you're single, okay, that's cool. But if they're in a relationship, no, we got to end that.
Yeah.
You can't talk because what you talking to me about that you already got a man at the house that you can talk to.
That's very true. And I don't like niggas knowing my business for another thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got male friends, you telling niggas my business or whatever. It's like, nah, bro, I don't need no nigga in these streets knowing shit about me that only you should know. But because you was emotional that night, and and now, my friend called, he was the shoulder to lean on. Yeah, because he doing this. Nah, if that nigga reference it, I got to knock him out.
So basically, you teaching him how to treat you.
Yeah, and then he going to be cock blocking unintentionally.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Because every man is different. So whatever he might agree with, the other man like, hey, no, I don't.
One thing I'm not doing is blocking though, because I want you to see the fun I'm having without you.
I want you to see my life.
Damn, you know
I need you to see my life.
I need you to see it.
Yeah.
I need you to see my life.
A phone number. That's it. No, you're gonna see this life.
Yeah,
you're gonna see everything I'm doing.
I don't care.
All up and down the timeline. Just don't text my phone.
I'm not even thinking about you. We out here living, baby.
I need you to see the life.
I agree. So just in that situation, like, is it, once the breakup happens, like, do you cut off the friend? Like, what if you got real cool with a sister?
I don't give a damn.
It's over with.
Fuck your sister. Didn't like me anyway. I don't care.
Say bitch never like me anyway.
I don't care about none of y'all.
All the people you ever introduced me to, I put on the smile.
Care about none of y'all. Everybody cut off instantly.
I'm cool. I'm cool with them, but I don't text you or conversate with them unless they hit me up. Hey, okay, yeah, I'm doing good. We short and sweet.
I should have had a number.
Don't ask me for shit because you ain't getting
Yeah.
Unless they like family. I'm not. Yeah, there's no need for me to have any of their number besides you.
Right.
So
yeah.
Well, I agree. I don't really have much to add to that. I think that kind of wraps up that advice column. And we're gonna kind of get to a close on this thing. But before we go, again, y'all kicking ass in this podcasting world. I do want to get like, what do y'all see y'all self going in maybe the next 5 years or so? What's the goals?
In the next 5 years, hopefully I will have figured out what to do when I'm in a relationship and how to keep the show going. But I want to see us do more live shows, go to more cities, and do it more often. And I also would like to have like a late night talk show. Maybe switch it from just us to having more guests on a consistent basis and switch things up a little bit and get more people to talk about their experiences too.
Right.
So, yeah. Hopefully we can make that happen.
Okay, well said. And if you had any tip to give somebody that's starting a podcast, we referenced it earlier. Everybody and their mama got a podcast today. How do you sustain longevity in this shit?
I think the biggest thing outside of the quality of your show is consistency. So many people start shows and then they quit, or they just put up episodes whenever, or they do it in seasons, and at one point in between that season, they just fall off.
Facts.
You have to stay consistent, because the thing that I think people forget sometimes is the listener is putting you, after they've listened to a couple of episodes and they like the show or watched a couple of episodes, they know that your episodes come out on Thursday. This is a part of their routine.
Right.
And the moment that they have to drive to work and you didn't put up an episode, they got to find something else. And if you do it again the next week, they got to find something else. Well, now they have a new show that they like, and there's only so many hours in the day that they're going to be listening and watching shows. So you really just have to be consistent. No TV show takes a 10-year break and comes back. You know what I mean? The episodes are coming on every week. And if there's a break, you say something, but you have to come back.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I think people don't realize how difficult this shit is to sustain. Everybody, again, I said it before, when the podcast first starts and the ideas getting thrown around, everybody hype. because it's something new, something I'm gonna be able to post on my gram. Yeah, I got this coming. You getting congratulations. Oh, I can't wait. I can't da. But you get about 2 months into that shit, and you know that love kind of dies down and it kind of plateaus. I think that's the spot where you see like who's really built for this shit and who not. Yeah. And a lot of people, just like you said, people will shoot in seasons. They'll shoot 8 episodes or whatever. All right, yeah, I'm coming back, and 8 months pass. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't realize like how complicated this shit is to sustain. So that's why when you run into somebody that got 100+ episodes, like you gotta salute them, because a lot goes into that. But again, I think I can speak for all the fellas when I say we appreciate you tapping in with us. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
For sure. It's been a hell of an episode. Just one more time before we get up out of here, where can they reach you at? Instagrams and things of that nature?
Yeah, you can reach me at Kiki Said So. It's KikiSaidso on all platforms. And then the show is CockTales, but it's spelled CockTales, like a dick story. So CockTales, Dirty Discussions, and it's CockTales Podcast on Instagram. So, come listen to the things that go on in our raggedy ass lives.
Dick stories.
Yeah.
Coming to a streaming service
near you. I fuck with it. And y'all got on our ass last time. We tried to, announce our social media. So we're not gonna do that today.
We're not doing
KT_Goodrich.
Nah, but fellas, y'all got any last words? Last words before we wrap this thing up, get up out of here?
Nah, everything good on my end, yeah.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you for especially the recent subs on YouTube,
man, shit,
Instagram.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all been flooding everything. So thank y'all, and I really appreciate y'all. Spread the word, and it's love, man. Thank you.
One thing. I do got one thing. Y'all see that shirt got on? By the time y'all see this episode, shit'll be out to the people that's supposed to have those things.
Facts.
Only a certain tier got those shirts. So if you're not in that tier, I'm sorry. And they was free.
Yeah.
It was free to that tier. So,
Facts.
when you at the sleeves and you at a certain level, baby, you get certain things. It took a while, but we here.
Facts. Well said, Kenny T.
What I gotta say?
She ain't got no last words. I was going to make sure.
I already shouted myself out. I'm worried about y'all.
Just fuck the rest of them niggas, yeah.
Oh my God. But yeah, on that note, we're gonna wrap this thing up, man. I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. Salute our Patreon. You already know what time it is. And until next time, we're gonna get up out of here with a record off that new Chris Brown album. It's called Sleep at Night. We appreciate y'all.